We've all heard it, right? To lose weight, you've just got to eat less. But what if I told you that the real secret might actually be to eat more? Yeah, you heard me. Today, we are diving into a concept called calorie density. And trust me, it's a game changer that flips everything you think you know about dieting right on its head. Okay, to kick things off, let's play a little game. Picture this. You're staring at a restaurant menu, trying your best to make a healthy choice. We've all been there. But how good are we at actually spotting the calorie bombs? Let's find out.
So, you've got two options in front of you. On one hand, a classic 1/3 pound burger. You know what you're getting. On the other hand, you've got this beautiful Southwest salad with grilled chicken. Seems like the obvious healthy choice, right? Go ahead, lock in your answer. Which one is packing more calories?
Ready for the answer? It is the salad, and it's not even close. That salad clocks in at a jaw-dropping 1048 calories. That's almost double the burger's 525. How is that even possible? Well, think about all the sneaky additions. The creamy dressing, the cheese, those crispy tortilla strips, they all add up. It's a perfect example of why our intuition could be so wrong. So, what's really going on here?
Well, the whole reason for that crazy quiz result comes down to one simple but incredibly powerful idea: calorie density. Once you understand this, it completely changes how you look at food and feeling full.
So, what is it? It's really just the number of calories packed into a certain amount of food. Think of it like this. You've got a tiny little pat of butter. It's super small, but it's packed with calories. That's high calorie density. Then you have a giant bowl of spinach. It takes up a ton of space, but has very few calories. That's low calorie density. See the difference?
And here's how it all shakes out. Low-density foods, your fruits, your veggies, are usually full of water and fiber. They've got some real heft to them, so they fill up your stomach without you having to take in a ton of calories. Now, on the flip side, high-density foods are the opposite. They're typically low in water and high in things like fat and sugar. Think oils, cheese, cookies. They cram a massive calorie punch into every single tiny bite.
Okay, words are one thing, but seeing is believing, right? Let's make this super clear by looking at what the same number of calories actually looks like with different foods. This is where it gets really interesting.
Our magic number for this little experiment is 200 calories. Let's see just how much or how little food that gets you.
So, for 200 calories, you could have half of a muffin. Yep, just half. Or, for the exact same 200 calories, you could eat 2 entire apples. Just look at the difference in how much food that is. Which one do you think is going to make you feel more satisfied? It's a no-brainer.
Let's do another one. For 200 calories, you could have this little cube of cheese, or you could munch on this massive pile of 50 baby carrots. I mean, the visual is just wild, isn't it?
And it's not just snacks. This works for protein too. Check this out. 4 slices of bacon, or a pretty respectable pile of 29 shrimp. Same calories, but a completely different eating experience. This is the power of calorie density right in front of your eyes. So, the pictures totally make sense. But why does this work? What's actually going on inside our bodies? Well, the science of what makes us feel full, the science of satiety, is absolutely fascinating.
So, get this. A major study from the National Institutes of Health decided to put this whole idea to the test. They took a group of people and gave them either a diet full of ultra-processed, high-density foods or one with unprocessed, low-density foods. And they told them, eat as much as you want. The results were shocking. The people on the high-density diet naturally ate over 500 extra calories a day without even realizing it.
And here's the proof, right in the data. The difference is just crystal clear. What's even crazier is that the researchers matched the meals for things like sugar, fat, and carbs. It didn't matter. The group eating the calorie-dense food just ate more, and the result? They gained weight. The group eating the low-density food, they actually lost weight.
This all leads to something really crucial that researchers figured out a while ago. It seems our bodies are wired to eat a consistent weight or volume of food every day, not a consistent number of calories. So when our food is super dense with calories, we eat our usual amount of food by weight and just accidentally blow past our energy needs. It's not a failure of willpower, it's just biology doing its thing.
All right, enough with the science. How do we actually use this stuff in our real lives? Let's talk about how to take this knowledge and build a better, more satisfying plate of food. So experts have made this super simple by breaking foods down into a few categories. You can basically think of it like a traffic light.
You've got your green light foods, veggies, fruits, broth soups. These are very low density. You can pretty much eat as much as you want. Then you have yellow light foods, where you want to be mindful of your portions. And finally, the red light foods, your oils, nuts, butter. They're not bad, you just want to use them sparingly.
So here is your game plan, your cheat code for building a plate. Step 1, fill half. Yes, half of your plate with those green light, non-starchy vegetables. Think broccoli, salads, bell peppers. Step 2, add a good serving of lean protein. Step 3, put a portion of whole grains in there, like brown rice or quinoa. And finally, step 4, use those high-density fats and sauces as a flavor accent, not the main event.
When you start thinking this way, it stops being a diet, and it just becomes a different way of looking at food. You're shifting your whole mindset away from restriction and towards, well, abundance.
And that really brings us to the big takeaway here. What if we've been asking the wrong question all along? Maybe the goal isn't to constantly fight our hunger and just eat less. Maybe it's about working with our bodies, filling our plates with big, satisfying, high-volume foods that actually fill us up. What if the real secret is simply about eating smarter, not less?